A land parched and cracked stretched for miles, its earth desperate for rain. A lone goat herder guided his thin animals through dust under a pale, unforgiving sky. From the distant horizon, a determined silhouette emerged, Elijah, dusty from his journey, staff in hand, making his way towards Samaria. On the road, Elijah encountered Obadiah, a nervous administrator from King Ahab's palace, who was startled by his presence. Obadiah, fearing King Ahab's wrath, hesitated to deliver Elijah's message, but Elijah, confident in his divine mission, insisted he would present himself to Ahab that very day. King Ahab emerged from his palace, flanked by guards, accusing Elijah of troubling Israel, while Queen Jezebel watched coldly from a balcony. Elijah stood firm, retorting that Ahab and his Baal worship were the true troublers of Israel. He then commanded Ahab to gather all Israel, along with the 450 prophets of Baal and 400 prophets of Asherah, to Mount Carmel for a confrontation. Thousands gathered on the rocky plateau of Mount Carmel, with the prophets of Baal chanting and waving their bright flags and idols. Israelite families stood uncertain, torn between fear and hope, as Elijah stepped forward to challenge their divided loyalties. He raised his voice, asking, "How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. If Baal is God, follow him." Elijah then proposed a test: 2 bulls, 2 altars, but no fire. The God who answered with fire, he declared, would be the true God. The prophets of Baal prepared their bull, dancing wildly around their altar, chanting fiercely, "O Baal, answer us." Hours passed with no response, prompting Elijah to taunt them, suggesting Baal might be meditating, traveling, or even asleep. The prophets grew more desperate, cutting themselves and bleeding on the stones, their voices hoarse, but still, there was no voice, no answer, and no one paid attention. As evening approached, with the sky glowing orange, Elijah approached the broken stone altar, inviting the people to draw near. He carefully rebuilt the altar with 12 stones, symbolizing the tribes of Israel, and dug a deep trench around it. Elijah then commanded servants to fill 4 jars with precious water and pour it over the offering, then a second time, and a third. With the altar thoroughly drenched, Elijah stepped back, lifting his face to the heavens in prayer. He called upon the Lord, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to reveal himself and turn the hearts of the people back. A sudden wind swept across the mountain, and clouds swirled as a beam of blazing fire tore down from heaven like a falling star. With a thunderous boom, the altar exploded into brilliant white flame, consuming the bull, the wood, the stones, the dust, and even the water in the trench. The people fell on their faces, overwhelmed, shouting, "The Lord, He is God! The Lord, He is God!" Even King Ahab was frozen in awe. As night fell, storm clouds began to gather, and thunder echoed across Mount Carmel. Elijah sent his servant 7 times to look towards the sea, and finally, a small cloud, no bigger than a man's hand, appeared. The wind howled, lightning flashed, and heavy, cleansing rain poured over the land for the first time in years. Ahab sped away in his chariot, while Elijah, filled with divine strength, ran ahead of him down the mountain path. Thus, the fire on Carmel proved the Lord is God, bringing an end to the drought and turning the hearts of Israel back to him.
Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate you spending your time with us. If you enjoyed this video, please consider showing your support. You can do that by giving us a like, sharing it with your friends, and leaving a comment down below to let us know what you think. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. We have more great content coming your way. Thanks again for your support.